Dialog Dengan Jin Muslim is a book written by Muhammad Isa Dawud that presents a unique and intriguing account of the unseen world of jinn. The book is structured around a series of conversations between the author and a Muslim jinn who provides insights into the world of supernatural beings, their way of life, their beliefs, and their interactions with humans. The author blends Islamic teachings, personal experiences, and cautionary advice into a narrative that aims to educate and warn readers about jinn. This summary explores the key themes and discussions within the book in detail. 1. Understanding the jinn, their nature and creation. The book begins with an explanation of the jinn as described in Islamic teachings. The jinn are supernatural beings created from smokeless fire, distinct from both angels and humans. Unlike angels, who are created from light and are obedient to Allah, jinn possess free will, much like humans. They can choose between good and evil and are subject to divine judgment. The Quran mentions jinn in several verses, particularly in Surah Al-Jinn, which describes how some jinn accepted Islam after hearing the recitation of the Quran. The author provides Quranic evidence and hadith to support the existence of jinn, emphasizing that they are an integral part of Islamic belief. Second, meeting the Muslim jinn. Muhammad Isa Dawud details his extraordinary encounter with a Muslim jinn, whom he describes as highly intelligent and knowledgeable about both the jinn and human worlds. The jinn introduces himself and shares his journey of accepting Islam. He explains that jinn, like humans, belong to different religious groups. Some are Muslims, while others follow Christianity, Judaism, or even pagan beliefs. The jinn clarifies that despite common misconceptions, jinn are not all evil. Just as humans have righteous and wicked individuals, so do jinn. He recounts his own struggles and experiences, including interactions with non-Muslim jinn and his journey towards understanding and practicing Islam. Second meeting, the Muslim jinn. Muhammad Isa Dawud details his extraordinary encounter with a Muslim jinn, whom he describes as highly intelligent and knowledgeable about both the jinn and human worlds. The jinn introduces himself and shares his journey of accepting Islam. He explains that jinn, like humans, belong to different religious groups. Some are Muslims, while others follow Christianity, Judaism, or even pagan beliefs. The jinn clarifies that despite common misconceptions, jinn are not all evil. Just as humans have righteous and wicked individuals, so do jinn. He recounts his own struggles and experiences, including interactions with non-Muslim jinn and his journey towards understanding and practicing Islam. Third, the social and cultural life of jinn. The book delves into the lifestyle and societal structures of jinn. According to the jinn, they have families, homes, and communities that parallel those of humans. They live in different realms, but sometimes coexist in the same spaces as humans without being seen. Many jinn prefer desolate places, such as caves, forests, and abandoned buildings, but some integrate into human dwellings without causing harm. Jinn communicate among themselves in ways beyond human comprehension, and some can travel vast distances almost instantly. They have their own governments and leadership, often ruled by powerful jinn kings. However, conflicts and wars exist among them just as they do among humans. The jinn explains that while they have longer lifespans than humans, they eventually die and face judgment in the afterlife. 4. The role of jinn in black magic and possession. One of the most alarming aspects of the book is the discussion on black magic and possession. The Muslim jinn describes how some jinn work with human sorcerers to harm people through black magic. He explains that certain individuals seeking power or revenge form pacts with evil jinn to cast spells on their enemies. This type of magic can cause illness, hallucinations, or even death. The jinn further elaborates on cases of jinn possession, where an evil or mischievous jinn enters a human body and takes control. This can happen for various reasons: seeking revenge for unintentional harm caused by a human, following the commands of a sorcerer, falling in love with a human and refusing to leave. Islamic teachings offer remedies for possession, including ruqya, spiritual healing through Quranic recitations, seeking refuge in Allah, and maintaining a strong faith through prayers and zikar, remembrance of God. 5. The Forbidden Acts, seeking help from jinn. The Muslim jinn warns against humans attempting to summon or communicate with jinn, as it often leads to dangerous consequences. He explains that some jinn deceive people by pretending to be benevolent spirits, saints, or even angels to gain their trust. Once a human relies on them, the jinn may demand certain actions in return, leading the person toward shirk, associating partners with Allah, which is a grave sin in Islam. The author highlights that true protection and guidance come only from Allah, and Muslims should avoid superstitious practices such as consulting fortune tellers or shamans, performing rituals to summon jinn, using talismans or amulets for supernatural protection. 6. Jinn and dreams. The book also touches on the topic of jinn influencing human dreams. The Muslim jinn explains that jinn can enter people's dreams to communicate or manipulate them. Some jinn use dreams to instill fear, while others may appear into pleasant visions to mislead people. The jinn advises that dreams should be interpreted carefully and in light of Islamic teachings, reciting Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas before sleeping is recommended to seek protection from evil influences. 7th, jinn's perspective on human weaknesses. One of the most intriguing parts of the book is the jinn's perspective on human behavior. The jinn expresses his astonishment at how easily humans are influenced by greed, arrogance, and deception. He explains that jinn observe humans closely and sometimes exploit their weaknesses. For example, a person seeking revenge may be tempted to use black magic, unknowingly inviting jinn interference. Those obsessed with wealth and power may be easily deceived by jinn posing as helpers. People who neglect their prayers and faith become spiritually vulnerable to jinn influence. 8. Protection against evil. Jinn. The Muslim jinn provides guidance on how humans can protect themselves from harmful jinn. The most effective methods include strengthening faith, regular prayers, salah, and Quran recitation fortify a person's spiritual defenses. Seeking refuge in Allah, reciting Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Baqarah 2:255, and the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah offers strong protection. Avoiding sinful places. Places known for sinful activities attract evil jinn, making individuals more susceptible to harm. Maintaining cleanliness. Jinn are said to reside in dirty and impure places, so keeping oneself and one's home clean is crucial.